Hello everyone, Genki here, and today we're going to see if I can beat Pokemon Sword with Only Nickit. Nickit is pure dark, and has a 245 base stat total, like Rookity. However, unlike Rookity, Nickit's stats are more rounded, making it, in my opinion, worse. 40 HP, 28 attack and defense, 47 special attack, 52 special defense, and 50 speed. Now, you might be thinking, 47 special attack versus 28 attack. Nickit is obviously going to prioritize special moves. Well, I got some news for you. This is Nickit's level up move pool. A physical set with 20 attack scares me. But we do get Home Claws. We also get Nasty Plot, so switching to a special set can be pretty easy. Oh, and this physical versus special problem does not stop at the level up moves. Look at Nickit's TM list. For physical, we get Dig and Play Rough. For special, we get Mudshot and Swift. Not exactly fair. We'll just have to see how this fares out. For the rules, I can only use Nickit in battle. No items in battle, only held items outside combat are allowed. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's begin. We caught Nickit at round 1. I named him Swiper. He's serious nature, so neutral stat gains. His ability is Unburdened, so whenever his held item is consumed or stolen, his speed is doubled. I don't know if that's going to be useful or not. As I was going through route 2, I was training Swiper, and let me tell you, 28 base defense when everything was a physical attacker sucked. We kept dying like every 5th battle. It was depressing. Eventually we made it to Hop. Swiper is at level 9. We now had Home Claws, but our best attack was Quick Attack. At plus 2, Quick Attack was a 3k on Wooloo. We had 9 HP to spare. Thankfully, for some reason, Scorbunny only went for tackle once, taking Swiper to 4 HP. It then spammed Growl, allowing Swiper to take it out. We were now back to neutral on our attack, so it should not be any surprise that we went down to Hop's Rookity. Hopefully this is not foreshadowing this run. In the wall area, we get Swiper to level 14 like usual, but on one of the wall traders, we found the TR for Foul Play. 95 base power should do us fine for right now. Let's see how well it works against Hop. We again set up 2 Home Claws against Wooloo. This caused Foul Play to take Wooloo down to a 3rd. Wooloo did go for Growl before being taken down, so we were back to plus 1 for attack. Scorbunny went first, but it went for Ember, so it didn't do that much damage. It did survive Foul Play and red health, which caused Hop to use his potion. However, it didn't heal Scorbunny enough, so one more Foul Play finished it off. Last is Rookity. Foul Play was again a 2 KO, but Swiper thankfully had enough health to survive Peck and finish off Rookity. That is a lot better, but we still have room for improvement. Next up is Galar Mine, where we have to outbeat. Time for the first gem. We set up 3 Home Claws against Gossifleur, who did over half of Swiper's health with Rapid Spin and Round. This activated our Oran Berry, which activated Swiper's Unburdened. Here's the problem. At plus 3, Foul Plate was a 3k on Gossifleur. On Gossifleur! This was not going to work. At level 23, while not holding leftovers, we switched between Home Claws and Protect, until we had set up a full 6 Home Claws. Thanks to leftovers, Swiper was still in green health as we went on the offensive. But guess what? A plus 6 Foul Play did only half of Gossifleur's health. Gossifleur then got a crit with Magical Leaf, taking Swiper to only a quarter. One more Foul Play took out Gossifleur, leaving only Eldegoss. Max Darkness at plus 6 only took Eldegoss to red health, so Swiper got hit with Max Overgrowth, surviving the hit with only 4 HP, giving us the win. We can progress to the next city, but first is the Battle of Hop. We set up 5 Home Claws, but we were only at plus 4 thanks to Growl. Wooloo, as we said it, went for every move except double kick, so Swiper was still in green health when we took it out with a crit foul play. Wooloo would have been a 3 KO without the crit. Pop's Corvisquire outsped, but we now had Sucker Punch, which one-shot Corvisquire. Last is Reboot. It survived Sucker Punch with red health. This allowed it to use Flame Charge, which did a lot of damage. I knew Hop would heal, so I had Swiper switch to foul play, since Sucker Punch would have failed. It left Reboot at a quarter, so he finished off Reboot with the Sucker Punch. It was at this point that I decided if a +4 needed 3 hits without a crit to take out Wooloo, and Reboot was a 2 KO, it's time to try a special set. I gave Swiper Snarl and Nasty Plot. Time for the second gym. Swiper naturally outsped Goldeen, so we got a free Nasty Plot while it set up Agility. We set up a total of 2 Nasty Plots, so we were at +4 special attack, which was enough to one-shot Goldeen. Critter went first thanks to its priority Aqua Jet, taking Swiper to a quarter, but it was a one-shot. Last is Dreadnought. It's surprisingly outsped, so Swiper went down. We had to do the same strat as with Rookity. We needed to teach Swiper Agility. We used it on the first turn, as Goldeen used its own Agility. We then started our Nasty Plot setup, as Goldeen used the second Agility, before switching to Horn Attack. This time, we set up a full 3 Nasty Plots before taking out Goldeen. We had more health for Arrokuda, but then it got a crit, so again, we're facing Dreadnought with only a third of our health. That didn't matter though, as Dreadnought was a one-shot. Following the gym was a battle with beating Gatomon number 2, but after a single Nasty Plot, his team was all one-shots. This means it's back to Motostoke, where we have to battle Marnie. We immediately have an issue, because we cannot set up against Krogunk. Its Revenge took Swiper straight to red health. Also, it resists Snarl. We did have Swift, but if Snarl was doing that little, we needed to train. To boost special attack EVs, I decided to try my usual Gloom spot, but this was rough. Giga Drain was doing so much damage. Also, the status afflictions were a pain, since Swiper was only 4 to 5 levels above the Glooms. However, that is what we had to do. The Glooms chose their moves randomly, so by already having a status affliction, we could get in free hits. At level 35, we started with a Nasty Plot, as Revenge now did a little over half. We used Protect to get more health back from leftovers before going for Swift, which was a one-shot. Scraggy's next. I had Swiper set up in Agility, as Scraggy went for Headbutt. Scraggy is actually tanky on the special side, so it required 2 hits of Swift, leaving us at a third for Morpeko. Swift did a little over half of Morpeko's health. However, Morpeko decided it wanted to use its resistant bite, so we easily took it out. Time for the third gym. I decided to keep with the special set, because that way, we didn't need to worry about the attack drop from being burned. Ninetales went first, and immediately burned Swiper as we set up Agility. We then set up 2 Nasty Plots, but at +4, Swift did only half of Ninetales' health. This allowed Ninetales to use Fire Spin. We did take out Ninetales the next turn, but we were at almost a quarter for Arcanine. Arcanine then survived Swift with yellow health, so we went down. On our next attempt, we set up Agility along with 3 Nasty Plots against Ninetales. Ninetales did miss its first Will-O-Wisp and its Fire Spin, so we got in a couple free moves, allowing us to get past Ninetales with green health. Arcanine still survived Swift and red health, but it wasted its turn on Agility, so we took it out. Last is Cinescorch. It survived Max Strike. It was at less than a quarter, so I don't think we'll need to grind that much more. While I was grinding, it hit me that Snarl would have done more damage. I was prioritizing Swift because I thought Cinescorch as a bug type resisted Dark, which it doesn't. Bug is the only type super effective to Dark that does not also resist it. At level 40, we set up our same agility and 3 nasty plots, before taking out Ninetales with Snarl. Arcanine was not a one-shot, but I feel it would have been a one-shot before if I was not using Swift. Last is Cinescourge, who was now a one-shot. We cannot enter Hammerlock, and then proceed to Route 6. On Route 6, we pick up the team for Dig, before entering Stoneside, where we had the Battle Hop. We set up a nasty plot, as Cramorant did quite a bit of damage with Fury Attack thanks to a crit. As we set up a second nasty plot, Cramorant went for Dive, so we set up an Agility. Cramorant's Dive did take Swiper to under half, however, Cramorant was a one-shot with Snarl, as was the rest of Hop's team. Time for the 4th gym, but first I need to talk about this. We were getting destroyed by the final trainer in the gym. We had to go out and find the TR for Play Rough just for this guy. Hitmonlee always went for Revenge, which was negative priority, so at level 50, we could easily take it out with Play Rough. The problem was Hitmonchan. It was always going for Mach Punch, which, unlike Revenge, always goes first. It did over half of Swiper's health, but we had a secret weapon, a Citrus Berry. Hitmonchan survives Play Rough, so we needed 2 hits. Using a Citrus Berry allowed Swiper to survive 2 Mach Punches and take out Hitmonchan. On to B, where we were immediately one-shot by Hitmontop's Revenge. Play Rough only did half of Hitmontop's health. We were at 47 attack, so I was thinking that in order to get past Hitmontop, we needed 100 attack. Or at least to see if at 75 attack, we had enough HP to survive Revenge. To grind for attack EVs, we went to Hammerlock Hills. The Machokes at our current level were 2 KOs, so we could only take out 5 before we had to restore our power points. At level 56, with Swiper at 77 attack, we went straight for Play Rough with no setup. This one-shot Hitmontop. Let me pause for a second. For those confused, I forgot in Pokemon there's a hidden battle calculation referred to as damage rounding thresholds. The damage a Pokemon does not grow in a straight line. There are points where the Pokemon's damage is uneven. Those points are at levels ending in 0, 3, 5, and 8. Say for example, a Pokemon was doing 3% more damage between levels 18 and 19. But then at level 20, that damage increase would be more like 5%. At level 56, we had passed 2 damage rounding thresholds while grinding, so that could explain why the math ain't mathing. Or I just suck at battle calculations. This has existed in Pokemon all the way back to Gen 1. In fact, Gen 1 Solar Runner Scott's Thoughts has more knowledge on the topic than I do, so go check him out. With Hitmontop out of the way, I had Swiper set up a home clause against Pangoro, who missed its Circle Throw. I used this chance to have Swiper set up a second home clause, as Pangoro used Work Up. With now +2 in attack, Pangoro, Surfetch'd, and Machamp were all one-shots. Talk about anticlimactic. After the gym was Battle of Bead, and this one was a little tougher than the others. Duosion was a crit one-shot with Foul Play. Hatchern survived Foul Play, and its Dazzling Gleam took Swiper to almost half health. Bead then used a Super Potion, but Hatchern went down. Pointo was just an easy one-shot, leaving Gothorita. Gothorita survived Foul Play, but it wasted his turn on Fake Tears, so it went down. And next is the Talent Battle in Leia, where he picked up the Eviolite before challenging the 5th gym. I decided to have Swiper use a mix set with Swift and Dig. Weezing is immune to Dig, and is very physically tanky. We started by setting up Nasty Plot, as Weezing's Fairy Wind only did 20 HP in damage. The Eviolite was looking like a good choice for this battle. We set up all 3 Nasty Plots, before one-shotting Weezing with Swift. This sent out Mawile next, so our attack was down from Intimidate. I had Home Claws, but at +6 special attack, Swift one-shot Mawile. Togekiss is more tanky on the special side, so it survived Swift and hit Swiper with Draining Kiss. We already got the defense boost from Opal, so we didn't take that much damage before finishing off Togekiss. Last Alcremie. It survived Max Strike on a Sliver. This allowed it to use Gym X Finale, which Swiper survived in red health, allowing us to finish off Alcremie. We can now make our way back to Hammerlock, where we had the Battle Hop. We set up 2 Nasty Plots and Agility, as Trevenant spammed Horn Leech. It took us all the way down to a quarter, before we took out Trevenant with Snarl. Heatmore and Cinderace were also both one-shots, but Snorlax survived the hit. It only went for Stockpile though, so it just went down the next turn. Last is Boltund, who was a one-shot. Time for the 6th gym. Instead of fully chanting Swiper's moves after the hot battle, I just replaced Agility with Dig. We immediately used Dig against Barbaracle, who went for Shell Smash. This caused it to go first the next turn, and missed its attack, but then Dig did not one-shot. Swiper then got hit with Razor Shell, going all the way down to 13 HP. A few levels later, we were able to one-shot Barbaracle. A lot of gorgeous Pokemon have to move Rock Tomb, so I had to have Swiper know the move Agility to negate the speed drop. I decided to replace Swift. Against Shuckle, we set up all 3 of our Nasty Plots, as Shuckle lowered our special attack with Power Split, and then lowered our speed with Rock Tomb. Shuckle did go for Stone Edge, but as we went for Agility, Shuckle went for Rock Tomb. This left Swiper at neutral speed, however Shuckle was a 2 KO, so we got hit with the Rock Tomb before taking out Shuckle. Stonjourner likes to start with Wonder Room, so we were able to set up an Agility before one-shotting out Dig. Last is Colossal. We went for Max Quake, which was 4 times super effective, but it only took Colossal to just under half health, so we took some damage from Max Flare. We then finished off Colossal with Max Darkness. Following the gym, we had another battle with Hop. We set up our Nasty Plots, as Double spam status moves. We had to replace our Eviolite with leftovers to negate the hail damage, so we had to be careful. However, as we set up an Agility, Double still refused to attack, so we easily took it out. Cinderace was still a one-shot. Snorlax again survived Snarl, but its survive was so low health that it died to hail damage. This left Cornet and Precursion, who were both one-shots. We can now go to Route 9, and into a battle with Marnie. For this battle, I replaced Dig with Play Rough, and Nasty Plot with Home Claws. We set up 3 Home Claws against Liepard, before one-shotting with Play Rough. Scrafty was also a one-shot. The reason we were +3 was because at +2, Toxicroak survived Play Rough, and it kept getting the Poison proc with Poison Jab in every previous attempt. With it finally down, last was Morpeko. Morpeko went first, but it wasted its turn on Torment, so we easily one-shot it. Time for the 7th gym. Scrafty was first, so our attack is down from Intimidate. We got hit with a Fake Out, which was not bad, but then as we set up Home Claws, Brick Break took Swiper straight to only 3 HP. Scrafty did go down to Play Rough though. I decided to grind him more chokes, eventually maxing out Swiper's attack stat. We then just had to do some raids, in order to raise Swiper's level. We had to do this until Swiper was at level 80. As we started our Home Claw spam, Scrafty went for Sand Attack, which was actually useless thanks to Home Claws. Brick now only did a little over a third of Swiper's health. This was thanks to us using the Eviolite. We had leftovers on that first attempt. We were still easy pickings for Scrafty though, but it just again went for Sand Attack twice in a row, letting us get Swiper up to +2 attack. We then took out Scrafty with Play Rough. This sent out Obstagoon. Obstagoon could use Obstruct, blocking our attack and lowering our defense, but we got lucky, and Obstagoon didn't use it, going down to a single Play Rough. With Obstagoon down, it was no surprise that Malamar was a one-shot, as was Skuntank. Skuntank had nothing it could hit hard with, so Swiper easily survived its aftermath with a quarter health. Last is the 8th gym. Right off the bat, Swiper outsped Flygon. I taught Swiper Screech, because Gigalith has Body Press, which uses the Pokemon's defense stat to determine damage. Flagon thankfully went for its Thunder Punch in the Magikarp. We had to take out Flagon first to avoid Breaking Swipe, so we did get hit with the second Bite Press. The Sandstorm damaged, taking Swiper to half health. Raihan then brought out Sandaconda. We went for Foul Play, but it only did half Sandaconda's health. I decided to pick up the team for Mud Shot, and replace Foul Play with Snarl. We kept Play Rough though. To win this battle, we had to go for an early Dynamax. We still took a Flagon first. This left Magikarp alive, redirecting a hit from Gigalith. With Sandaconda having the chance to paralyze Swiper, we had to immediately take it out as well. Thanks to our enlarged health bar, Gigalith's full-powered Bite Press didn't do that much damage. Last on Raihan's team is Duraludon, who we one-shot with Max Quake. This ended our Dynamax. We went for Mudshot in the Gigalith, but it survived the hit. Thankfully, we survived Bite Press with less than a quarter, leaving Swiper with enough health to survive the Sandstorm and take out Gigalith. We can now head to Wyndon to start the semifinals, where our first opponent is Marnie. I decided to go with a mix set with Swift, Snarl, and Play Rough, because Lifebard and Morpeko both have Torment. Against Lifebard, we set up two nasty plots, before taking it out with Swift. Lifebard never used Torment, so we went for Swift and the Scrafty, who survived the hit in red health and went for Swagger. Marnie then used her 4-star, but our now boosted Play Rough one-shot Scrafty. The confusion from Swagger then quickly ended, as we went for Play Rough from Toxicroak, who was also a one-shot. Against Morpeko, we missed our Play Rough, so we took some damage from Spark. Morpeko just went down the next turn though, leaving only Grimmsnarl, who was a one-shot Max Starfall. Next is Hop. We set up 3 nasty plots, as Double wasted his time setting up Con Guard, before then going for Body Slam. Thankfully no paralysis. We then one-shot Double with Snarl. We needed to set up 3 nasty plots, because that was the minimum needed to one-shot Snorlax. Pikachu and Corviknight were also one-shots, so all that was left was Cinderace, who was a one-shot. Time to skill Rose Tower, where we had to face Oleana. Frostlass outsped, and went for Will-Lifts in 2 double teams, as we set up 3 nasty plots. We then one-shot Frostlass with Snarl. Milotic survived Snarl, but wasted his turn on Aqua Ring, so we took it out the next turn. Salazzle and Serena were both easy one-shots, so last is Garbodor, who we also one-shot. We can now start the finals, but first is the battle of Bede. For Mawile, we had to go straight for Mudshot. Its playoff was too strong. We then had to set up nasty plot against Gardevoir, whose Dazzling Gleam still left Swiper in green health. Gardevoir did survive Snarl, but it went for Wish, so we easily took it out. Rapidash was a one-shot with Snarl, so last is Hatterene, who was also a one-shot. Time for Nessa. We had to replace Mudshot with Protect, in order to block Gallespot's first impression. We then set up Nasty Plot, as Gallespot set up Swords Dance. Gallespot ended up surviving Snarl, but this did activate its emergency exit, sending out Seaking. I thought Seaking would have used the Aqua Ring, so I had Swiper set up a second Nasty Plot, but then Seaking used Mega Horn, doing a little over a third. Seaking was a one-shot Snarl. This brought back out Gallespot. Nessa did use her 4-star, but Gallespot was not a one-shot. Barraskewda outsped and took Swiper to under a third with Liquidation, but it was a one-shot. As was Pelipper and Dreadnought. Next is Beat. Beat leads with Hawlucha, who likes to spam High Jump Kick. A single hit from the attack leaves Swiper in red health. I kid you not. In order to get past Hawlucha, we had to get lucky, and have Protect activate twice in a row. Hawlucha loses half of its health each time it hits Protect or misses. But Protect only has a 100% chance of activating on the first time you use it. It has a lower chance of activating if you try to use it a second turn in a row. It was a crazy strat, but we did get past Hawlucha with full health. This brought out Phalanx. We set up a single Home Claws, as Phalanx went for Rock Tomb, lowering our speed. This allowed Phalanx to go first, and take Swiper straight to red health for close combat. It was a one-shot play rough though, as was Grapple Lock, Surf Edge, and Machamp. Last is Raihan. I decided to replace our EVLA with the Chesto Berry, since Raihan's Torkoal likes to use Yawn. However, it never used it. Instead, it used Solar Beam twice, as we set up Home Claws. When we finally went for Dig, Torkoal then tried to use Bite Press, but it was a one-shot. We set up a third Home Claws against Turtonator, since it liked to use Shell Trap. It was a one-shot with Dig. Goodra and Flygon were one-shots with Play Rough, leaving only Duraludon, who was a one-shot Max Quake. All that was left was Leon, but we got interrupted, so it's off the battle Chairman Rose. His Escavalier one-shot Swiper from full health from Megahorn. At level 89, warping one-shot while holding Eviolite. At this point, I was losing hope, and decided if I couldn't beat Rose at level 100, I would end the run. However, as I was leveling up Swiper, I remembered Foul Play. Foul Play has a secondary effect where it does more damage based on how strong the target is. If Escavalier is one-shotting Swiper, Foul Play should do a lot. At level 95, I decided to start with Home Claws, as Escavalier used Swords Dance. It was the one-shot Foul Play. That Swords Dance probably guaranteed the one-shot. This sent out Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn usually liked to set up Curse, but instead it went straight for Gyro Ball, as we took it out with two Foul Plays. Klinkling and Berserker were both one-shots with Dig, so last was Caparaja, who was a one-shot Max Quake. Time for Eternatus. It went first, but its Dynamax cannon only did like a third, while our Dig did half. One more Dig finished off Eternatus. Maybe I should have picked up the Eviolite for Rookity. For Eternamax Eternatus, we went for Dig, and it was doing good damage, but it was Hop Snorlax who got the final hit on the end of our 5th turn. Finally, it's time for Leon. Leon's Aegislash has Sacred Sword, and it does a lot of damage. On attempts where we could safely get 2 Home Claws and attack Aegislash in Sword form, we could one-shot it. The problem though is that sent out Rhyperior. We went for Dig, but it still left Rhyperior on the 3rd, causing Swiper to go down. We needed to set up more against Aegislash. The RNG on how many attempts Aegislash would use King Shield was insane. Sometimes it would only use it once. Sometimes it would use it up to 4 times. On one of those attempts, where we were able to set up Home Claws 4 times, we came to the point where my heart sank. Rhyperior lives the hit from a +4 Dig. I wanted Play Rough for Leon's Dragons, but I knew we had to go for a special set. So I gave Swiper Snarl, Mudshot, and Nasty Plot. With only needing to set Nasty Plot 3 times to max out our special attack, it was easier to set up against Aegislash, who went down the Snarl. Rhyperior's special defense is nowhere near its physical defense, so it easily went down the Mudshot. However, when Haxorus came out, I had to Dynamax Swiper. Haxorus outsped. It did some damage with Outrage before going down the Max Quake. Robo also went down the Max Quake. Dracula outsped, but with our special defense at +2, its Flamethrower did nothing, as we took it out with Max Quake. Our Dynamax then ended, as Leon sent out Charizard. Charizard went first, but its Max Airstream took Swiper to just under half health. Our Snarl then missed, but as Charizard went for Max Rockfall, we landed our Snarl, one-shotting Charizard. We beat Pokemon Sword with Only Nickit. Thank you to everyone who watched this video, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.